So to preface this whole video, this is what happens when I let my friends get on my fucking computer and record shit on my mic.
Titty, titty, titty. I'm wanted in 13 states. What the fuck? $14,000 in my bank account.
So he recorded that, and then he was like, all right, make a song out of it. And I was like, so yeah, basically to break it down in different parts, the main bass synths were all made out of his vocal. If I take all this post off, it's literally him saying
titty, 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 titty.
The -9 in transposition. And then I did a bunch of posts. So OTT, disperser, frequency shifter, gate to kind of get rid of the tail. Vocoder, 2 more dispersers because why not? I tried to take it out on the high end because that was the kind of vibe I was going for throughout the entire song. Phaser, grain delay, kilohertz, pretty sure it's like 19.9, yeah. Camel Crush, saturator, Camel Crush. These are pretty subtle. They're not super crazy. And then another gate to get rid of a tail. And then I remember the high end on this one was really bad. But yeah, I basically did that with every single sound. I mean, most of them have the same rack on them. Just different things that I did to control the high end and the low end because different words had different resonant peaks. This word was
I'm.
Even this one, like, same thing. It's pretty much the same rack, same exact things, just stretched out, different texture modes, different transposition. It kind of keeps all the sounds the same, like, context, but doesn't change them too much. I tried something I hadn't done before, which was putting a Camel Crush on the group with the sub and the synths. I'd heard about people doing that, but I hadn't experimented with it until literally this project. So on the group with the sub and the normal synths, I just have a Camel Crush. Distortion's, relatively high, compression relatively high. The reason why there's mid-side EQ on this and on this cutting so much crazy on it is because when I added this distortion, it filled up. It made like the side signals super muddy. In terms of the drums and the effects, just some percussion stuff, some toms. This fill right here was literally just an accident. Literally that just came from a tom fill that I stretched out, and then that little bit of that little air that I call it air because it just gets super wide. It's just a washout that I automated to go up right here and then back down. So with it. And just little things here and there. This was like a little scrape of a sword or a knife. And then what about this guy? Yeah, that's a kick that's stretched out and has a ton of Camel Crush on it. The bells and effects that are in here are just from a sample pack on Splice. So like that one, that was just super stretched out, grain size all the way up, transposition up, and a washout was on the entire time to give it like super stereo all the way up. Without that, it's just, as far as the drums go, pretty simple stuff as well. Just a medicine kick. It's like a little hip hop kick. Just added wave shaper, transient shaper, JST clip to fix clipping. Something I do with my claps is I have one normal and then one I pan all the way left, one all the way right. I ended up putting a redux on these claps, which I hadn't done before, just because I've been hearing it in certain songs and I wanted to try it out, and I think it fit with the vibe. So as far as the master goes, the Ozone Imager was pretty easy. 150 cut because everything 150 and below is the sub. This area, there was more information than here, so I figured I'll make this a little bit wider. Normally it's not like that. Normally it's like 12, 16, 32, but whatever. It sounds cool. So 32 on the high end. I usually like between 32 35. It really doesn't matter as long as you're making sure that your sub frequency and below is mono. Utility with bass mono 150 because that's where I had the sub sitting, and it's redundant. You really don't need that. A mid-side EQ, so this is the mid signal. Obviously you want your low end there, you want a little bit of high end brought back. Then on the side signal you don't want any sub bass, so or any low end, so cut it at 120. Then just a JST clip, just soft clip. You could honestly use the saturator with a digital clip setting and then put on the soft clip. Like that would work too. You could also use the glue compressor, just turn the dry wet all the way down and turn the soft clip on. And then I just use this LUFS meter after to see the perceived loudness and span to see how it looks. So yeah, that's how I made this song. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm going to be Twitch streaming every Sunday at 7 p.m. Come hang out. We're going to just be fucking around in Ableton. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. It was a lot of fun making this, to be honest. I did not think this was going to work out the way it did, but I'll play it one more time and leave it off on that. I'll see you guys.
We'll be right back.